Hey, ho, Vacation Kaiser here, or at least I'm supposed to be. I'm technically supposed to be taking this time to not make content, but if it means anything, I'll just wait until Monday to edit this. Yeah. So anyway, I've been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight offline recently. Remember, my break was supposed to be away from making content so that I could just focus on the things I enjoy without dedicating time to work, basically, because content creation is my job. I know some people like to pretend like it's not a real job, and those people can lick my ass right after I finish eating a full bag of Taco Bell. But the point is that I was supposed to just be taking the time to relax and do absolutely fuck all. And while I've been playing Dead by Daylight, I have not been focusing on content. I haven't been playing it in hopes of finding an idea for a video or doing a build showcase. I haven't even been recording B-roll because I just wanted to play the game to play the game. And as much as I love content creation, sometimes it's nice to just play the fucking game. But while I was playing it, I realized something. I was honestly having a lot of fun. It wasn't the kind of fun where I was like, woohoo, and bouncing off the walls or anything, but I was generally enjoying myself. Every so often I would come across people who just refuse to play the game, and those people are frustrating, and I did run into some exploiters over the weekend as well, which I posted about on Twitter. But all in all, I've been having a generally good time just playing the game to play the game, turning my brain off and genuinely just going ham on killer. And I came across a tweet from my friend Alran where he said, "I genuinely think perks are the problem in Dead by Daylight." And his references were how people were saying that Chaos Shuffle and 2v8 were the most fun that most people have had in Dead by Daylight in forever. And this is a regular thing that people say. I said it personally about Chaos Shuffle, that Chaos Shuffle was the most fun I had ever had in Dead by Daylight since I started playing. And a lot of people, like I said, have said that basically the same thing about 2v8. Now, I haven't played really 2v8 outside of the initial release of it and doing the tomes for it, just because I don't feel like waiting a billion years in killer queues. And if I'm going to play Survivor, I'll just play the Survivor that lets me catch up on tomes. So I really haven't been playing 2v8 because I'll be honest with you, I never really cared about 2v8 when it was first announced, and I don't care about it now. If I get a buddy or something to play with it, maybe I'll pick it up again, and of course I'll go back and do page 2 of the tome, but I haven't been playing it. But 2v8 was fun. It was chaotic fun, you know what I mean? So generally speaking, yes, Chaos Shuffle and 2v8 have been loads of fun, and I think for a lot of people, a general consensus is that they are the most fun most people have had in the game. So does that mean that perks are the problem? I'm gonna go with no. While I see where Alran's coming from, 2v8 doesn't have any perks at all, and Chaos Shuffle chose perks randomly, so for a lot of people, the idea is that, Chaos Shuffle was really fun because you never know what you were gonna get, and the thing that comes with that is, it's not that perks are the problem, it's that the meta has become too stale. I'm going to say something that's probably controversial, and a lot of people are probably going to bring up the fact that I wasn't playing at that time, but I do not understand how we have not gotten another 6.1.0 update, and why that's not a yearly occurrence. I think, personally, in my own world, I think that a patch that completely shakes up the meta and changes core mechanics within the game on a massive scale is something that should be more regular. And I don't know why it's not. And the reason I say this is because I don't think that people hate perks in Dead by Daylight. I think that people hate how few perk variety there really is if you want a chance at winning the game. Now, there's always going to be some fucking loser who comes out of the woodwork and is like, "Oh, actually, I have never ran a single slowdown in 36,000 hours of playing this game, and I 4K every single match. So actually, if you think that you need quad slowdown to win a game, then you are actually wrong." Shut up. The truth of the matter is that if you want to stand any sort of a chance, you you need at least double slowdown, at the very least. And the higher up in MMR you get, the more you're going to need like triple and even quad slowdown to deal with the more efficient teams. Now, I'm going to be making a full video on gen speeds in general. That's one of the videos that's on the docket for me to write once I'm past this apparent vacation that I was kind of not forced to take, but like all of my friends have been like, Joe, you've been working for like, you know, 6 months straight. Maybe put the fucking maybe put the editor down for a weekend. But the point is that realistically speaking, gen speeds are very, very fast. And even in the chaos shuffle mode, we witnessed gens going like absolutely 90 miles an hour, especially with 0 slowdown. Like, you really felt how fast gens were in chaos shuffle, because the truth of the matter is that even without progression perks, and even without toolboxes, although there were a lot of toolboxes in chaos shuffle, but even without toolboxes in that, 90 seconds is not as long as you think it is, especially when the average chase is estimated to last about 30 seconds. So if you, let's say you spawn on top of a survivor and it takes you 30 seconds to down that person, which is the average chase time, in that time, there's almost a guaranteed chance that 3 generators will be a third of the way done. So by the time you hook this dude and you go off to find someone else, at least 2 generators will be halfway done, or 2/3 of the way done even, and one of those generators will be almost to 2/3 of the way done. So you see, like, there's that's just a basic overview of what I'm going to talk about, but gens fly incredibly fast. And so there's this kind of stale meta that we've entered into where a lot of killers are running double or triple slowdown, and a lot of survivors are running a dickload of second chance perks and or progression perks in order to make the gens go even faster than they already do. And my friend Minskull mentioned at one point that if there is a team that is efficient, they know efficiency of the gens, which is to split up on the gens, and everybody is like a halfway decent looper, there is basically nothing the killer can do. And I agree with that sentiment pretty much like 99%. Like, I don't fully agree with it, but like I mostly agree with it, because realistically speaking, you can't do anything if one person's a really halfway decent looper, or everybody's a halfway decent looper, and then everybody understands to be on 3 separate generators. There is nothing you can do about that, and that is incredibly frustrating. But on the flip side, survivors are very, very bored of constantly running into Pain Res Prop Grim Embrace DMS. They're tired of it. They're tired of having the gens that they're working on go and blow up and regress by 30% or whatever, and then they get blocked, and then by the time they go back to get the unblocked, the killer's already walked over there, and then they pop it for another 15%. It's just really, really boring and really, really bad. So I don't really think that people are tired of perks in the game. I think people are tired of meta perks. They're tired of the same perks over and over and over and over and over again. And I don't blame them, because I get frustrated no matter what side I'm playing on. If I'm playing killer, I'm sick and fucking tired of decisive strike and dead hard and sprint burst and lithe and fucking hyper focus stakeout and brand new parts and styptic agents. And I'm just tired. I'm tired of facing the same shit over and over again. I had a person run dance with me the other day. They ran finesse light dance with me, and they kept hopping out of buildings on Haddonfuck and falling to the ground, and their scratch marks disappeared, and I couldn't find them at first. And I was like, where the fuck do these scratch marks keep going? I completely fucking forgot that dance with me is a thing, because I haven't seen it in ages, because nobody uses the fucking perk. It's the same thing. I remember one time, some dude was running parental guidance. Nobody fucking runs parental guidance, but they would head on me, and then they would take off, and they wouldn't have scratch marks because they were running parental guidance. And I was like, who the fuck runs parental guidance? But I wasn't frustrated. It was just like, it was one of those things where people are just like so surprised. I remember when I was playing killer one time, somebody ran claustrophobia, or I don't know what it's called now that Demogorgons came back. I'll be honest with you, like, nobody gives a shit, but it's the perk that whenever the generators are completed, all window locations on the map are blocked. That's such a rare fucking perk, and I was like, who the fuck runs that? And it's just one of those things where you see the same perks so often, so much, that people are just fucking bored of it. I don't think people are bored of the way Dead by Daylight plays. I think people are bored of seeing the same shit all the time, every day, for multiple hours a day. It's so goddamn infuriating, and I've been trying to figure out for a long time what it is about Dead by Daylight that makes me feel burnt out sometimes. And like I said, playing offline without making content has kind of given me a new lease on the game, a new view of the game, where if I'm just playing the game to play it and I'm not trying to be entertaining, I'm having infinitely more enjoyable times. But there's still a little niggle in the back of my head that gets super fucking frustrated when 3 gens pop within 1 chase, and then you get to the end screen and there's 2 BNPs and 1 toolbox with spool and fucking hyper focus stakeout, and it's just like, bro, like, come on, bro, can I just like do something else? Can I please play something else without being at a significant risk of losing? So I personally think that it is time for a gigantic meta shakeup. And possibly, and I'm going to do a full scripted video on this, but I possibly think that it's time that the developers like dedicate an entire patch to just reworking regression and progression perks into something that's not astronomically fucking boring. But that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you think down below. And if you're one of my friends that are like mad that I didn't take this time to actively not do work, I love you. And as always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today and get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Need more Kaiser in your life? Well, I've got you covered. Check out my second channel, The Kaiser Extras, where I upload full gameplays, stream compilations, me reacting to your Dead by Daylight clips, and more. We also upload a daily short with all the greatest clips from stream. We'll see you over there. Link is in the description.